Hello everyone, this video is about the styling techniques. In this video, I will let you know what mistakes you might be making during styling and why are you not getting very good clumps and why there is an extra frizz after drying. So let's get started. So I just washed my hair with shampoo and conditioner and my hair is still wet. But as I am outside the shower and it's been like at least 5-10 minutes already, so my hair is kind of damp. It's not properly wet. I would like it to be a bit more on the wet side than this. So let's start. So in the back I make two sections. One section. So I'm starting on this section. So I have water in this bowl and I'll add some water first. But it should be wet enough so that the water in the hair and when we apply products, they together can create clumps. So you would know after some time that how much water your hair needs to create clumps. I'll start with the leave-in. If there is a drag while applying the leave-in conditioner, that means there is a lack of water. When you add some water to it and then immediately you will notice the difference. The slip will increase. You will see the hair will start to create clumps. You can see. So if you are in doubt that if my hair is wet enough or not, just add some water before applying the leave-in, and if you still feel that it's not enough, then add more water while raking the leave-in conditioner and you will immediately see the difference. I'll apply the gel on this section. So this is the old bottle of Ash Bar. Now we don't have the pump version. It comes with the cap now. So when you apply the gel, either you can apply it with praying hand. When you apply with praying hands, then it helps to smoothen these clumps and also enhances the curl formation. So this is one way. So you can leave it like this, and if you like, you can rake in the gel also. But if you're raking the gel, you have to make sure that you are not breaking the clumps and reforming all the clumps again. See here. So now you can see in wet hair, I don't have frizz along the clumps while styling. But as the hair will dry, you will see some hair sticking out here, that's fine. But during styling, you should not see frizz. So that means you are doing the right job of creating clumps. And also to reduce frizz, you can smoothen these small parts which separate out naturally. It really helps to define your curls and reduce the frizz. This is called shingling. Whenever I need extra definition, I smoothen these smaller parts separately to minimize frizz. It gives me very good definition. I don't scrunch my hair in wet, but if you have wavy hair, you definitely should scrunch because it enhances your curls. So wavy hair, always scrunch and pump. Do it a few times to enhance your curls. I have tighter curls, so I don't scrunch when it is wet. So if you have tighter curls, you can skip scrunching. This is damp hair, and if I style in this damp hair, I'll show you how it will look. You can see it's looking productive. The clumps are not forming well, as good as when it is wet enough. And if you dry your hair like this in these kind of clumps, then you will have more frizz after drying and have more volume. So if you're looking for more volume, you can remove excess water first and then style hair so that you get smaller clumps and you have more volume after drying. But if you're looking for extra definition and minimum frizz, then make sure that hair is wet enough. Now I am adding water to it and you will see how it will behave. See, you can see the difference after adding water. Let's a little bit more leave-in. And always style your hair away from root so that you have lift near your scalp and it is more voluminous after drying. You can style your hair upside down. I always like to work in section because I have more volume, but if you have less volume, you can just style in one go and style your hair upside down. But I always like to work in smaller section because it gives me better results. Now apply gel. So I apply gel with closed palm first and smooth down the section and then rake in. So I apply gel by smoothing down the section first, or you can do praying hand. So you can leave your hair like this for drying, but for extra definition and to minimize frizz, what I like to do is shingling, like I smoothen the smaller parts. When I rake in the parts that are naturally separating out, I smoothen them. It really helps with extra definition. You can see the movement of my fingers. It helps to smoothen the section. You can see how the frizz is minimized after smoothing. And then I just tap. If you have wavy hair, scrunch and pump, that I have shown earlier. While applying the products only, you will know that if your hair is damp or is it wet enough for styling. In damp, if it is wet enough, then your clumps are formed easily. And if you style in soaking wet, sometimes when you apply the gel in soaking wet here, then the water, it dilutes the gel and it reduces its hold. So if you like to style in soaking wet here, just make sure you are using enough quantity of gel and it's not diluted. So increase your quantity, or you can do just create your clumps with conditioner, and then before applying the gel, remove excess water. Make a note of these points, like how much water your hair needs, how much quantity of products your hair needs. Now this section, I'm adding water first. I have water in here and I'm adding water to this section, making it properly wet, and then apply leave-in. Rake in your leave-in to spread it properly and create clumps. You can see how I'm moving my fingers through the hair to create clumps. It should be like a firm movement. It should not be like this type of movement. You can see I'm getting thinner clumps if I do it very fast. So when you rake in, just make sure that the movement is kind of firm. See. So these small points really make a big difference in your results. Now I'm like applying the gel again. I'm smoothing over the gel. I'm smoothing the gel on this section. I am raking now because I will shingle after this. You don't have to shingle, but I really like smoothing these smaller parts because it minimizes the frizz and I get very good definition and my curls last longer on non-wash days. And some people, they like to do finger coil. I don't do finger coil, but if you like to do finger coiling, then I'll show you what's the right way to finger coil. So again, rake in the section. When you finger coil, again work in smaller section. And after applying your products, is the same way as we shingle, but so rake in the section and the clumps or parts that are separating naturally, pick them out and finger coil. So this is the right way to do finger coil if you like finger coiling. So when you finger coil, don't pick out like big sections and start finger coiling. It's not the right way and it doesn't look good and it looks quite unnatural. So pick out the parts which are separating naturally. So on the crown, always style away from the root for the volume. So this is how you can finger coil. So on the crown I make two sections. Again, water first. Conditioner, leave-in conditioner, rake-in, and always style away from the scalp so that you have better volume. So rake in with fingers and with firm movement by creating clumps. Now gel. And smoothen these smaller clumps which are separating naturally. So these are the steps to get very high definition and less frizz. You can see, check here, there is no frizz while styling. So if your hair look this good during the styling, that means you have very good definition even after drying and very less frizz. And we always have some frizz along these curls on non-wash day, so don't worry about that. It's quite natural. Your hair is not like unhealthy, that's why you have frizz. So again on this section I'll show you, if I style in this damp hair, what happens. I am stressing on this point, like styling on damp and styling on wet enough hair, so that you know what you can expect once your hair is dry. See, you can see too much of frizz. So if your hair dry like this, then after drying you will have even more frizz than this. So that's what you are doing wrong, that you are not styling your hair in properly wet hair or wet enough hair. So this is the way to know. You can see the difference here and on this section. So after drying, this will give you better result, and this one will have a lot of frizz and less definition. In styling only, you can tell how your results are going to be. Style your hair properly so that you can enhance your curl pattern. Now I'll add water and you will see the difference here. Now check here. After adding water, you can see how it enhanced the clumps and how I don't have wet frizz now. So that's why water is really important when you style, because some people say that okay, one product is not working for me, this is why it does not work for you, because you are not using the right manner. So styling technique is really important. I style this section away from the root. Now I apply gel. I'm using this movement to smoothen down the section. So it's like using a hairbrush. You can see how the hair are coming together to form clumps. You can see here how it created the lift here, and it helps to get volume after drying. You can leave it like this, and for extra definition, shingle. I am using this movement. These small points really makes a difference. So watch the videos again and again so that you don't miss any points. See, I am feeling a little bit drag, so I just added water, and immediately it is quite smooth and slippery. See, I am using fingers to smoothen the section, and then shingle the parts. So in wavy hair, after styling, just scrunch your hair and pump, and do it a few times. So I'm done with styling. You can see there is no frizz right now. You have to just pay attention during the styling that you are creating very good clumps so that you have very good definition and less frizz after drying. If you're looking for extra definition and minimum frizz, then follow these steps, like water first, raking your conditioner, and then apply gel. And if you like to shingle, just shingle the smaller parts to minimize the frizz. I will let my hair dry, and do not touch your hair while it is drying, or keep scrunching hair during the drying process, so that you don't introduce any frizz, and you will have very good results. So this is how I style my hair, and it doesn't take me a long time because I'm making video. I was just showing you steps in details. So once you practice, it won't take you a long time. Now you know what kind of clumps you should look for during the styling. So when you apply the gel, just make sure that you are not disturbing your clumps. If they are separated, create them again. It is as simple as that you need to work towards getting the clumps during styling. So whatever you do during styling which disturbs your clumps and introducing some frizz, and you are getting stringy clumps or thin clumps, that means there is something wrong and you need to recreate your clumps. So during styling you should get thick clumps and not stringy clumps that I have shown you earlier on this section when my hair was damp, and you could see that the curls are very thin and not clumped properly. So avoid that situation during the styling. I'll show you how it will look after drying. So this is my hair after a few hours of drying. So here is completely dry, and you can see the curls are still intact. So today it's kind of almost frizz free, but tomorrow I'll have some frizz along these clumps, but still my definition still remains. But only thing is I will start seeing a little bit of hair coming out of the clump, like this here. but it's fine. It does not look that bad, and because I still have definition in my hair, so it is like part of being curly hair. There's nothing like a frizz-free hair for days. So that's it, and these are few points I wanted to share with you, and I wanted to show you why you don't get good clumps or why do you struggle styling curly hair. And you need to remember these 3-4 points, like style in very wet hair, that you should make sure that your hair is wet enough so that it creates good clumps. Second thing is work in smaller sections, and if you have good volume, then it is very necessary to work in smaller sections because it helps to spread the products evenly, and it helps in getting good definition as well. And third thing is smooth down the section as I have shown earlier. And fourth point is during the styling, just see that you are getting clumps without any frizz. You should not see the frizz in wet hair during styling, as long as you have fat clumps during stylings. So after drying also you will get good clumps, and the frizz will be less, and you will have better definition as well. So I hope it will help you, and do let me know if you try this, and please share your pictures. I would love to see them. Thank you. Bye bye.